Welcome back to Asura's Wrap, and now we start part 2, Rebirth.
Okay.
We're a bit dead right now,
It
but
fits because Asura is dead again, remember?
You know,
Man, this guy just keeps dying and coming back. He's like Uwe Boll back before
he's like Captain Jack from Doctor Who.
Well, yeah, only he doesn't care about seducing women.
Actually, TO End of Time Part 2 established that Captain Jack, like John Barrowman, is also gay.
Yeah, I know, but you know, the first arc with Rose and everything.
yeah, he keeps coming back. It's a bug in the system.
Ha! Bug.
Going
Get
up.
it? Spider.
You know, that actually gives me an idea. Imagine, what if all of life here, we are all a video game, and God is the developer who has to constantly make updates to the system?
What a shitty developer, let me say that.
Yeah. I'll be right back. Another drink.
I mean,
All right.
what's this? Some people are oh, never mind.
He's actually explaining a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, remember why you are here in the first place. It will spur you on, my boy.
My boy. So yeah, another flashback lever. Alright. We're back during the training days. Alright. Alright, the first wave is relatively simple. It's once again those gorilla-like, monkey-like mooks of Gomas. So relatively easy. They also have that leader, but it's, again, they're not a problem. It's more like the fact that you have to feel faster your rage meter, gauge, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Come on. Whee! But as you can see, it's really easy with this type of moves. Believe me, the future ones are the real pain. Even starting from the next part.
Makes sense. Dystopian future, stronger move.
Well, it's not more a case of stronger, it's that it takes a lot of time to build the wrath gauge with those. Especially, well, I forgot the proper name, but the turtle-like Gomas are the worst in that regard. Alright, here we go. Sorry, Jova, you're not good enough.
Also, Pedro, here you go.
Thank you.
And yes, so now it's time to finally fight one of these. Because, you know, the last time we showed up, he was beaten by Wizen. So,
You see,
now it's time to
it's an
properly fight one of these elephant Gomas.
You see, guys, it's an elephant that's been turned into a heartless.
I guess. Azura's Wrath will return for these matches, blah blah blah. We'll return to Azura's Wrath and whatever.
Previously on Asura's Wrath, we fought an elephant, which we are fighting now.
Alright, here's how it works. Obviously, as you can see, you can only attack the trunk and the pawns when he actually lands them. Otherwise, you just have to keep attacking him with your range moves. It's relatively easy if you actually manage to hit it. However, he's surprisingly fast for an elephant.
Aw, man, dang it, Tio, I forgot the boomerang weapon, so I can't slice his chunks off.
Oh well.
It happens. Yeah, he can also fire projectiles from his trunk, because, you know, cartoon logic.
What's SOT finale?
That will be the finale of Stick of Truth.
Oh. Well, that was our Philosopher's Stone commentary. Hell.
And yes, as you can see, since I'm in the rage meter, the projectiles while hitting me, they do not knock back me, which is really useful. Boom!
I'll fight fire with fire.
Alright, here we go. Now when it does this, you have to counter it, because it will give a huge boost, and will temporarily stun him, so it's really useful. Again, pretty much everything that can advantage you is really useful in the end. There we go. Whee!
Well, that's one way to do it.
Yep,
Indeed.
but it's not over yet.
So we're fighting a giant lava elephant.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Mega
you-
Man.
You're,
Well,
you're right,
Mega Man Extra,
you-
you could do it.
you're kind of right, Weebs, because I forgot to mention these beings are the Gomas are mostly made by lava or magma. So good on the guess. And now we have to finish the fight, obviously. So now he has this new move where he moves the trunk like that, but it's relatively easy. So, and you also you can do this. So again, it gives plenty of opportunity for you to attack.
Yeah, I was about to say, Capcom's no stranger to giant flaming elephant creatures.
Not just that, not just flaming. Remember that I forgot which is the Resident Evil game that has the zombie elephant boss. I forgot.
Guys, trust me. You know, nothing Capcom can do can outstrange the British public when we decided to name one of our new boats Boaty McBoatface.
Really?
I got vetoed, unfortunately.
I think it was the first Resident Evil that had the
No.
zombie elephant.
No, it was a spin-off. Maybe Code Veronica. Maybe let me check.
Think.
Basically, the context is that the local virus in this case has infected a zoo, so you're fighting zombified animals, and the elephant is one of the bosses.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Check.
Really awkward.
Yeah, Dweebs, as I mentioned, there are a lot of recycled voice clips throughout the game.
Yeah, that's kind of a problem with this game's story, though, honestly.
What do you mean?
Well, so far, we've just gone in a circle, really. It's just mostly just,
Believe me, it picks up, because we accomplished also something, as you remember. We killed at least one of the 7 deities, and we learned a bit more of what's going on.
After that, we just got sent back to hell again. It's like...
Don't worry, I know it's a bit spoilery, but Asura will not die for the rest of the game.
It reminds me of how, there was a Doctor Who episode called The War Games, and there was supposed to be 2 more stories after that, but production problems meant that they had to stretch the War Games from its usual 4 to 6 episodes into 10 of them. And how they did that was that most of the time they just had to drag characters back so that the plot hadn't really moved forward all that much. But the difference is War Games, at least to me, was a bit more fun so far than this, because I mean at War Games you got to see all the different wars in that. Here it's just mostly in just a couple of locations really. Hell and slightly lesser version of Hell.
Well, to be fair, we're literally still in the first act of this game.
How many chapters are there again?
It's the elephant zombie boss is from Resident Evil Outbreak File 2. Yeah, it's
About File 1.
All right, here we go. This scene is also pretty funny. And Yasha interferes because he's a dick. Wee! Ow. Still training though. Don't worry.
Control yourself.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Immersing oneself in battle like that. Well done, Asura.
Now that you have something to protect, why are you so full of rage?
Because it's this fucking mantra reactor, you moron.
Yeah.
Adamantium Rage.
Something
Who's handling that game for the channel? Not it.
Not it.
What game, sorry?
reason one needs
Wolverine Adamantium Rage.
fight itself.
I'm
Well,
honestly, Jove, I'm pretty sure whoever does it will have to do the same thing like Kara did and just use cheats because that game is borderline impossible to complete.
I know a Wolverine game I could do at some point. The
Like
time,
the Origins one.
They
Yeah,
passed
yeah.
all the days slaughtering elephants.
the time to X-Men Origins, which I actually hear is actually better than the movie.
Like, that's an accomplishment, but yeah. I mean, it has the benefit of, pretty much being an action game despite the story.
Alright, now we're developing a bit more on Asura and his relationship with his family, since, it was only briefly touched at the beginning of episode 2.
Mithra, your father has returned.
Basically, this was when Mithra was already born.
Boy, the irony that Asura, despite all the rage, is not the equivalent to a drunken father who abuses his family when he comes home after.
And that's the awesome thing about this. Again, as I mentioned, the flaw of Asura is that he's obviously a shitty parent because of his conditions, but he knows it, and he knows he can't do a single thing, and he struggles because of it. That gives him humanity, and actually gives him character instead of actually being just, a Kratos clone.
Absolutely. And hopefully, looking at God of War 4, Kratos might actually be getting to be something like that too.
We'll see.
I'm actually quite surprised that you actually are looking forward to that new God of War game, because when
Again, Pedro, the demo is the what we show is probably something scripted. The game is gonna be different from that.
Him?
That said, it's a welcome change from what I've seen. I mean, don't get me wrong, Kratos was cool and awesome, but
Besides, Pedro, God of War pretty much has been like this. The only thing it's added is basically another element that helps you in battle. Really.
Yeah. And honestly, considering how he finally achieved his ultimate goals in God of War 3, it would really make sense that he would finally change.
And could you just, step aside?
Not bad, Asura. That uncontrollable rage of yours.
You can tell Steve Blum is enjoying his work here.
Hey, a Steve Blum character being a dick.
I mean, it's pretty much the first time I heard Steve Blum doing this kind of voice, honestly.
Well, I've heard Steve Blum do other kinds of roles. Remember, he was Guilmon in Digimon Tamers, for Christ's sake.
Oh, he can. But honestly, dudes, whenever you hear Steve Blum, what's the first kind of thing you think? Villain or hero?
Anti-hero.
Fair enough.
Oh, yes. Basically, this is when Asura was still in training and he was not one of the, 8 guardian deities. So basically, he was convinced later on by Yasha to become one of them.
And the main reason was...
Okay. Yeah, basically just to protect his daughter. And look how well that turned out.
Admittedly, he was doing fine until he kind of got
again.
stabbed in the back.
Again, this
that
level,
was all
this was a flashback level. Yeah.
Alright.
Yes, Reeves, you're free to quote Emperor Palpatine.
Let the hate flow through you. Don't worry, I hate crying too.
Well, no, that's the thing, Dweebs. Asura is pretty much as the equivalent of PTSD due to the crying of his daughter. That's what makes him so mad. It's like a continuous cycle of him thinking, oh, my daughter is crying. Oh, wait, my daughter has been kidnapped and is used as a power battery of all things. So, that's kind of upsetting.
I will admit, Azura's Wrath was definitely a game that surprised me with its actual depth and story, considering off of how it was advertised.
It's amazing because it's doing very little to do so, as you can see. Most of the stuff is told through body language and expressions, because Asura is screaming 90% of the time, and yet he's still conveying... Well, oh yeah, by the way, you can also move the zoom in during cutscenes, but yeah. You can see what he's trying to tell through his actions, and that's the magic of this. Alright. Now on to get some senzu beans.
And he has to be angry in order to do so, otherwise those beans will sell out faster than you can say abracadabra.
So here's how he comes back to life. Remember, he was thrown the lava by Yasha, so obviously it's 500 years have passed, so now the lava is pretty much solidified and changed the landscape. And yes, again, this is just a made-up language, so don't worry.
Yeah, it's a good job you don't have Stone Cold Steve Austin here, otherwise he'd be going, "What?"
Basically, this girl has been offering flowers. Basically, she saw Asura stuck like an idiot in there, so she offered flowers like it was a temple to a god or something.
Yeah. Help! I can't get out!
That's the danger, dweebs, of getting stoned.
Stoned.
Da 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 da.
To be continued.
Obviously.
Yes, of course.
Alright, let me check interlude.
I'm just wondering how you upload music to SSMB, honestly.
Eh, you're trying to upload it.
Ass.
Pedro, you're gonna be Azura's wife, which is voiced by Tara Strong, obviously. No, I forgot if she speaks Jova, in case you'll be the young Mithra. And then there's Yasha in the other panel. A father's duty.
Asura's residence.
Thousands of years ago.
Earlier.
1,000 years earlier.
Also, yeah, that POW reference from Capcom.
Who's Durga?
Pedro.
It seems that you made quite an impression in the last battle.
Is that so?
Mithra was praying for you the whole time. Did you hear my
prayers, Father?
I did. I felt your presence with me and thought of you the whole time.
Good to know.
How lovely.
So you didn't think about me at all,
Aww. Quite a lovely family. No, I meant...
Lovely family we have
That's
here.
the other,
Oh,
that's the other
Father.
thing. Asura is a bit clumsy when it comes to, family relationship, not just with his daughter. But yeah. Dweebs, you'll miss this one.
General Asura, the next priestess has been chosen.
Guess who the lucky one is?
What?
General Asura's daughter Mithra is to be princess. Priestess. Congratulations, General.
And
Also,
now you know.
I love this particular art style. It's very clean but effective. I will not allow it.
Father? But why?
I will not have you become a tool for war.
Aww.
If it will give me the power to protect you, I will gladly become priestess.
I said no!
But
Mithra is gifted with the power to save the world. She could be the key in eradicating the Goma. Oh, come on. All you have to do is shoot an arrow at the eyes. Come on, it's not that hard.
shut up!
Okay, Asura, wait, where are you going?
Asura
To the
awakens
interlude.
on Gaia again, but this time at a small village shrine. His body has been enshrined by the local villagers. The Goma then attack the village, and soon after, Calro's forces approach from the skies above.
Alright, we'll see you for episode 8.
See you then.
See you then.
See ya.